BJ? Alright. So, just get a little bit tighter before you unrack the bar. Alright, notice how you're coming up on your toes here. Alright, so get under it, make sure you're at where you want to be. I'd probably even lower it down by 1, okay? Alright, so depth's a little bit high. Alright, so I want that hip crease a little lower. Alright, especially at Nationals, man, they're definitely going to call that. So just make sure you get in depth. I think this third rep looks pretty good. Yeah, man, so that third rep's exactly what we want, okay? And yeah, I think you want a little bit heavier than an RP of a 7, but that's okay, man. Make sure you're sitting back in the hips. I just want you to notice how the bar, everything kind of travels forward here. Alright, you can actually see it a lot in this bar right here. See how it's like kind of traveling forward. So, and you actually see the heel come off the ground a little bit. So, stay back in your hips, drive your knees out a little bit harder. Okay? Alright, so on this unrack, just want a little bit more lat tension. Notice how the bar kind of goes straight up and then forward. So I want to see more of a kind of a drift forward. I'll share a bench press blog that I did about the unrack, so I want you to read that and look at it, okay? Aside from that, I think these look pretty good. I think it's a good weight for today. Though I do see a lot of wiggling around in the body, so just get that lower body nice and tight. Alright, and then if you're going to pause too, don't rest it on the chest. You want to rest it so it's just touching the t-shirt, because if you're resting it on the chest like that, you're kind of losing all tension, okay? But we're not going to do any pauses intentionally for a while, so and the reason we want to do that is we want to keep that stretch shortening cycle, and that touch and go gives you that kind of stretch reflex, okay? Alright, so on the deadlift, yeah, we got to pull that slack out a little bit better. Notice how you come down, you set your body, there's no slack in the system, and then you kind of jolt into position. Alright, we're far enough out from the meet. What I want to go over is kind of the wedge. The wedge is when you grab the bar, you pull up on the bar, and as you come down the bar, you're pulling the slack out as you lower your hips. So we'll go over that, and I'll hopefully you get kind of the hang of it. Alright, just at the top, make sure that you're standing up tall, man. So a couple of these reps, you're leaning back, but the lean back isn't really happening from anything except for your knees unlocking. So make sure the knees stay locked as you fully extend, okay, man?